Okay. See, in last session yesterday, we have discussed about this login, how to check whether the user has entered the correct username or password. For that one, what we did is we have get the username and password, whatever user has entered in the these two fields. Just see after that, you are just whenever they click on the submit button, how to check whether they click the submit button, or suppose I have 3 4 buttons on my page, like search button, create button, delete button. We need to know which particular button the action means. We have to check like this: page context dot get parameter. This is the ID of that button, not equal to null. Not equal to null means user has taken some action against to this button. Then it will go. Then it will go to this loop, and we are checking username dot equals to password, display login success, else display uh, login failure. This is the process how we are going to test the whether user has entered the correct login credentials or not. How to check the database application username password, like operations welcome, those things I will explain. We have a concept called callable statement. Whenever that concept will came, that time we are going to discuss how to check with the standard application username password. Till that now you follow the, see someone has, everyone can please go on mute. Okay, till that time you do the practice based on this username and password only. Now today agenda is how to create a vivo. How to create a, today agenda is create a search page. For that search page we need parameters: employee number, employee name, department number, and one search button also. Search button and results. First I'm going to create the search page. I'm going to create one more page. Let me first close all these windows so that we will not get any confusion. And the same here. Someone has did practice here. They have created the login page here. Okay. While you are doing practice, don't touch this XX August thing, because I'm going to develop all the pages here only. For your reference purpose, you can open and you can see, but don't try to create under this same folder. Okay. I'm going to create new page. How to create the new page? Right click on web UI, or you can take the right click here, new, here OA components and page. Whichever is convenient for you, you can follow that step. We have 3 4 options to create a page, but whenever you're creating the page first time means you have to take the right click on the project and you have to do from here only. But once you created the page, you can create from here also. That is up to your interest. You can take the step and you can create the page. Now I'm going to take here, right click, new, OA components, page. You have to select, click here. I'm creating XX employee search. At last you should end with PG. You have to every time whenever you're creating any database objects or any page, you have to check the package path whether it is correct or not. Page should be under web UI. So before you click on OK button, you have to check whether it is in the correct package or not. Here it is under web UI only, so everything is good. So I'm going to click on the Okay. Once we click on here in the structure window, you have to attach the region here. AM. All these steps are mandatory. We are discussing from last 2-3 sessions. These steps are common for the page. I'm keep on explaining these steps daily. Now we have to give the window title and title. Employee search. You can give different names also, window title and title. Now page is ready. Now you can run. Now page is ready. Now I want to create like username and password. I want to create your employee number, department number and employee number. For the login page, you have taken the right click here and you have created the items here. But usually in general practice, in don't create the any items under this region. Suppose while you are doing the development, in the middle of the development, suppose you want to delete something here, it is not possible. See, delete is disabled here. I explained you in one of our previous classes. In the reports, you have a region and repeat frame and repeating frame concept is there, correct? So similar to here also, it is a to run one page or to build a one page, one region is mandatory. That region is this one. Usually we call this one as a page layout region. See, region style is page layout. What is the region style here? Page layout. This is the mandatory region for that page. So better to don't touch this one. Right click this region and create one more region. See, I have created one. Under this region, you can create number of fields here. See, it is header. Okay. Instead of header, this is a region style. I'm going to change this region style to default. We have default single column and default double column. For now, I'm selecting the default double column. In till last class, we have discussed about the item styles of bin. Message text input. Correct. Message text input. Submit button. We have seen these two item styles. Similar to this one, we have region styles also. Okay, like this. See, message default double column I selected. We have different kinds of region styles are there. We are going to cover all these concepts. Till that time, whatever I'm selecting here, while you are doing the practice, try to select the same region styles. Once you got confidence, then you can play around the remaining styles for your practice. For now, I'm selecting the default double column. Under this region, I'm going to create the same like how we created the username and password on this region. Instead of that one, now I'm going to create under this region. Now select item. I want 2 items and 1 submit button. First, I'm creating the all items. Now I will go and change the each item ID. TXT, it is a department number. So I have selected this one and give here prompt. Give DEPTNO only. And this is employee number. For now, it is message text input only. This is search button. You can give any ID. This item style should be submit button. Same how we created in the login page. Here you can give the prompt. Now let's run the page and see. If you get the confidence on how to create the page, then you can play with the remaining styles, region styles or item styles. Okay, so this is the page how it is going to look. So what this region style, what I have selected, default. See, department number and employee number is displayed in single row, and the search is displaying in the second row. Why? How this design is came? Because this region style I have selected as default double column. So on each row, it will display two columns. See, department number and employee number, only two. So third one is going to become under this one, search. Suppose I want to display three on department number on one row and the employee number on one row, then go to here and change that style to default double column to default single column. Now run the page. Whenever you get the 500 internal server error, that is a Java heap space error. We call it that as a Java error. So just you click that red color symbol. Just now I clicked here now. The same one you have to click and you have to run again. See, this is default single column. This is default double column. So based on your requirement, you have to choose which one you have to select. See, this is the default single column. For now, we'll go with the default single column only. Depends on your requirements, you have to choose. While you are doing the practice, try to select the different regions and see how the pages are going to be looks. Okay, this is the default single column and this is the default double column. Now I want this department number and employee number at the middle of this page, like how your Oracle login screen is looks. That we'll discuss later. For now, you go with the default single column. For that one, just we have to select the, for designing things, no coding is required. Just you have to remember what styles, region styles, and what is the item styles is available in the developer and which one you need to select. How you remember means by only doing the practice only. You have to do the practice, then only you can remember what is the available options here to design a page. There is nothing rocket science here. Just do the practice and try to remember all the concepts. Now I'm closing this one. Sorry. Okay, I closed that one. Now we have got these two. Now suppose this is my. Let me check whether we have the employee table or not in the database. Okay, we have. Now whenever user has entered the some department number here, click on search. I want to display here the all the available employees under that particular department. Suppose department number 10. See, we have department under department number 10, we have 14 records. All these records are a table format. Correct or wrong? This is the table format. So similar thing we have to display here also under the below section. We have to display a table kind of region so that whenever user enter and department number and click on search, will display that result here. How to get that thing? First of all, we have to create one Vivo. Vivo is nothing but a select query, and that Vivo has to be attached to the AM. How to create a Vivo? Just all the database objects should be under the server. All the page front end components should be under WebUI. For to create the AM, these concepts I have told you in the starting session itself. Okay. where to create the page, where to create the database objects. Okay, this is a database objects. Now you have to create under server folder. Right click on this server, new. Here it is showing entity object, domain, association, view object, view link. Okay, now what option we have to select here? We have to select the Vivo nothing but view object. Select new view object, click on next. You have to check whether it is under the server or not. If not, you have to give the your server name here. It is server name only, so no problem here. I'm going to create the Vivo. We have to give one meaningful name, employee search. At last it should be Vivo. Why we have to follow the standards means this is the first Vivo we are creating, but while you are developing any project, it may require to create the n number of Vivos and VUOs. So once you are in the middle of the project development, by reading the name itself, you have to identify okay, this is a Vivo and this is a Evo and this is a AM. To identify that one from starting onwards, we have to follow these naming standards. If you give an at last Vivo means, suppose for your development you have created n number of Vivos, EVOs and AM. Now requirement came that we have to do some modification in employee search Vivo. So in that case, at last you have not given Vivo means you will get confused. Which one is my correct one? So better to avoid those things, better to give the at last Vivo. If you not give a Vivo also, it will work. While doing the practice, if you forget to give Vivo also, no problem. But try to give these things. Otherwise also it will work, no issues. Click on next until you get this query statement. This query statement, this window is like your toad only. Whatever you enter here, it is like a toad only. Select. Here you have to write. Please everyone, can we go on mute? Here write your query here. Employee number, name, the salary from EMP. Now click on next. It will ask to connect the database. We have already have the database connection. See, suppose if you did any mistake here, suppose I'm entering EMP1. I don't know whether we have the table or not. See, it is showing invalid identifier. Okay. It will check here the syntax and everything. Click on next. Select this Vivo row MPL. We have to select this Vivo row MPL. If you not select the Vivo row MPL also, it will work. But if you want to do any row level iterations, you have to select this row MPL. Better for every Vivos, EVOs you are creating now, just select this row MPL. Before last window, it will come. You have to select here the row MPL. Then next, I will explain this. What is the use of this row MPL later? Just for now, while you are doing the practice, just select this row MPL. Just click on finish. Your Vivo is created. See, it is showing your Vivo here. Once you created any Vivos, view objects or any view links, the immediate step we have to remember is it has to attach to the AM, because AM only has attached to the page, correct? So everything you have to, all the database objects, whether it is a Vivo or Evo, whatever it may be, once you created, you have to attach to the AM. See, this is Vivo I have created. How to attach to that Vivo to the AM? Just double click on this AM. Here it will show in the available view object list. It will display. Select this one and move this side on the data model side. Just apply and OK. I'm going to show you one more time. Just how to attach Vivo to AM. Just right click on here. It will display here in the available view object. It will display all the available Vivo objects here. Just select the correct Vivo and use this arrow button. It will automatically attach. Here I already attached one time. That's why it is showing with this time it is with the 2. This is how we are going to attach. Now I'm going to cancel this one because I already attached this Vivo 2 here. You can attach n number of times. Now ready. Now go to the search page. What I'm trying to do, I'm trying to build the same in the result here in the Toad, what it is displaying. It is a table type, correct? We are also going to build the same kind of region. What we did, we created one Vivo and we attached that AM to the page, AM. Now we have to attach that, create one region here. See, right click, sorry, we have to, this is one section, one region. Now we have to take one more region. Under this main region we have to take, not most of the people while doing the practice, by mistake they will select here and they will select region here. So to avoid those confusions, better to give a meaningful IDs for the region. See, this is uh, such. In this region we should have only the parameters. Okay. Now if you give meaningful ID, then you will not do any mistake. Now we have to create one more region. See, I can take the region here, that region style should be table. This is the table only, correct? This is a table region. See, multiple rows and columns. Select the region style as table. Now under this table, you have to create one, see, each item. This is the item. For this item, you have to attach the view instance. We have to attach the first Vivo name. What is the Vivo name? See, it is showing here. How it is getting here means you are already attached that Vivo to AM. That AM is already attached to the page. So that's why this Vivo is displaying here. Suppose I'm removing here that Vivo. Okay. Now that AM is not, that Vivo is not attached to this AM. Now let's see whether it will display here or not. Go here. See, nothing is displaying here. Nothing is, it is showing that no Vivo objects is available under this AM. So that's why you have to attach your Vivo to here. Apply. Okay. Now go to here. Select Vivo and select the department number. Okay. Now give meaningful name here. See, and you have to give the prompt also. This is for sorry, this is department number. Similarly, we have to create for department number, employee number. See, one more item. Here you have to give view instance. Department number we have already selected. Now we have to select employee number. We have one more simple way, but before I'm going to that, just I have to explain this process. Then only I will go to that one. Okay. See, similarly, we have to select how many columns are there here. You have to select for each column, but it is very difficult, correct? And you have to change the prompt, this data type also, whether it is a number, date, or varchar. All those things we have to take care. But it is very difficult. Suppose 3-4 columns means okay. Suppose you have 10-15 columns on a page means it is very difficult to create. To avoid that, this manual thing, I'm deleting this region. Easiest way is select new. Till now we selected the region. Now select the region using wizard. Instead of region, select region using wizard. Next, here you have to select the available Vivo. Next, you have to give some meaningful name, whatever it there, you have to use. So in the region style, select here table. You select here table. Next, these are the available attributes. On page, suppose you don't want to display salary, then don't select this one. Select one by one. Select department number, employee name, manager only. If you want to display salary, you can select the salary also. Okay. Next, finish. See, reason is created with all the columns by using the wizard. You created some reports using the wizard also, correct? Similar here also. This is a wizard kind of thing. To build every concept you can compare with your report builder. In report initial practice you can develop by using wizard, correct? This is also similar. This is the wizard. By using the wizard you have developed this one. Now run and see how the page is going to be. I think multiple people are accessing this one. That's why you are getting this. Keep on getting this 500 error. If any error, it will display as a compilation completed 0 errors. If any error, it will. Let me close this developer. Okay.
Actually, both are there, right?
Sorry.
The tables, department table, two times is there, right? Region one is there.
Where? This is the result region.
Okay.
Name is different. See, if you try to give the same name, it will automatically throw error there only. It will not come up to here. Just I'm trying to attach the controller here also. For login page, how you attach the controller on the main. See, people will get confused and will create on this. You can create the controller here also. See, Java controller. You can take the controller here also. Okay. I will explain these things. 99% not required to create the controllers Java class under the region levels. Okay. If you create the controller at the main region, this is the PLRN. That is enough. Sometimes see you are getting double WebA. So you have to check everything. It should be under WebA only. See, my CO. Controller should end with Java class should end with the CO. Now you can give any meaningful name. I'm giving XX employee search CO. See, it is created. Whenever you create a controller, these are the default methods: process request, form request, and for each method, page contest, webin, 2 parameters. All those things are mandatory. What happened? Page is, uh, I don't know. I clear the cache, but why is not clearing? Sometimes we'll get this 500 error if more users are try connect this one or some Java heap space error. This 500 error we'll call it as a Java heap space error. This application is connecting. Yes, application is connecting. Then what is the issue here? Okay. Okay, we'll run the page after some time. Okay. This is how the page is going to be. This is the search page. Okay. You have to give here the width of that region. Okay. If you not give here that width of region 100%, the employee results will come like half of the page only. That's up to the designing how the user wants. Okay, if they want the entire section, you have to give this width as 100%, or else you can go with the 50 or 60 or 80. Okay, you have to give 100%. Then only the region will come the your page. Okay, this is thing. Now I want to display the employee details. See the page. Okay. Now I want to execute and I want to display all the employee information here. How to execute and how to see that page, how to get the details means we have to execute that view, correct? How we will execute that page means for that one we have to write the Java code here. Go to your Java page, Java. I don't know. How to write that Java code means, first of all, you have to import your application module here. While page loading itself, first of all, while page loading itself, I want to execute the viewer like I want to display all the available employees information in that table. Once I display this, later user, if they want to filter particular employee or particular department, they will enter that information and they will click on go. While loading the page itself, I want to display all the available information. Now tell me where we have to write the code, in the process request or in the process form request. While loading the page itself, I want to display
Process request.
process request we have to write. Where is your select query? We have to execute that select query. If I write here select star from EMP, it will get display the information. No, we have to execute. Then only we will get the information on the below. Similarly, here also this select query, where we have the select query in this AM, correct? Sorry, in this Vivo. See, that is the issue. I think it is not connecting to the database. It is not connecting to the database. That's why we are getting that 500 error continuously. Now I think it is connected. Okay. Now try to run the page and see. Okay. We have the select query in the Vivo. We have to execute this Vivo. In backend, we will execute the queries. But here we have to execute the Vivos only. How to execute that? This Vivo is nothing but a select query. How to execute that Vivo here? First of all, suppose here we have only one Vivo, but we may have the number of Vivos here. Correct? We have to get the correct Vivo to your controller and we have to execute this Vivo. Okay, how to execute that one? First of all, you have to get this Vivo into your page controller, then we have to execute. For that one, we have the multiple ways. I will explain one by one. If you have to get this Vivo to here in the controller, first you have to, where this Vivo is available under this AM. First you have to get this Vivo. This Vivo is attached to this page. How to get that AM means, for that you have to use one import. For exceptions, we have imported OA exception for login page. Similarly here also, Oracle dot, after that you have to wait, apps, FND, framework, see, OA application model. What this OA application model will do, with this OA application model will import whatever you have attached to this page. This page, what AM we have attached here? XX August AM, August AM. Under this August AM, we have this Vivo. So first you have to get this AM. For that one, first you have to import this one. Once you import, here control space. Now try to type application model. OA application model. See, give one name equal to page contest dot get application module. See, you are getting the whatever the AM attached to this one page contest dot. Earlier you use the how to get the username and password page contest dot get parameter. Here page contest dot get application module. This application module, if you see here, there is a one parameter. What is that parameter? OA web bean. Under this you have to give this one. Web bean is a to get the property. AM is a has the property, correct? This one web bean. Like this you have to get this AM. Now we have to get this AM. How Vivo? How to get this Vivo? For to get this Vivo also, we have to first import one application. See, this is how to do the application module import. Now we how to get the Vivo OA application Oracle dot. For every import till Oracle apps FND framework is common. OA view object. Now OA view object Vivo equal to equal to now under this am dot find view object in double quotation. See, you this am you have attached to this one, correct? What is the Vivo name here? If you click on am, it will show here. See, this is the Vivo name. Copy this, paste it here. You have to give this Vivo object on both sides. Why we have to give? I will tell you later. See, now you got the am. Now you got the Vivo. Vivo means select query. Now we have to execute. How to execute? Vivo dot execute query. That's it. Now it will execute and it will display the data on the page. See, but this is not the recommended way to write the code here. But we have to write this. See, we are executing the database objects. Database objects is available under the AM. So code, all the database validations code you have to write it here only in the AM only. But why I have written here means I want to explain all the possible ways to return one to execute one Vivo. That's why we executed in the controller. See, if Oracle is not recommended to write code here, then why they given the option to write here? You may get this question. See, I'm saying that Oracle will not support to write the code here. But why still we are writing the code? Yes, sometimes we have it's required to write the code in the controller only. Even though it is a database objects, we have to write it here only. In some scenarios, where we'll write here only, I will tell you whenever you are going to modify any standard, you have the I procurement, I expenses, we have standard OAF pages, Oracle developed OAF pages, correct? If you may get some requirements to modify those standard pages. In that scenarios, we have to write the code here only. That is the last session in our course. I will explain that time. Till that time, you can write here also. Now I'm running the page. I don't know what is the issue. What is this 500? Okay, this is how to execute the query. Okay, till now, any doubts? Till now, any doubts? I have pinged you the code, whatever we have written today. The first two lines we have to import at the top of this one. And this one is, we have, this logic is in the process request. You have already process request. If you develop any page and created any controller, then you automatically get the process request. But anyhow, I ping you the total method, process request method. Okay. You take these two messages in your notepad, and I'm going to share this video with all of you. Just try to follow the video and try to create the pages. From now onwards, 60% on coding and 40% on page development. Okay. Tomorrow we'll see when we'll write the process. Suppose user entered only employee number and click on search, then I want to display the only the particular employee information here. Those things, and we have the concepts called drop down, LOE, list of values. Those concepts also we'll try to cover in tomorrow. Here I want to run the page, but seems some issue. Okay. You do practice. Any doubts? Ask me in tomorrow session. If no doubts, then we can stop here and we'll continue tomorrow. I don't know how many of you are doing the practice, but please do practice. And if any questions, you can ask the starting of the session or end of the session also is fine. First, I am telling you, first 5-6 sessions are very important. If you are able to create a page and if you are able to write the simple logic, then OAF is very easy. Okay guys, we'll catch you tomorrow. Bye all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.